please press 1. If you are interested...
Yes, hi, how are you, ma'am?
I'm sorry?
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
I have a problem, ma'am. I am calling regards to...
Alright, please go ahead, can I help you?
Yeah, I got an email from Jay Saltzman. He's your service manager at the other location. And I'm a little concerned. He indicated that he had contacted my mother and that he would be dealing with her directly and that she would be going forward and thank you in so many words. That's pretty much what he said. However, I'm a little concerned because, you know, it's my right to know, of course, what's going to be used, when it's going to be used, and I'm also a certified person with, I'm on the registry. This is her. Actually, I prefer to speak with someone in upper management at this point. I appreciate that.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Hi, how are you?
Yes, my name is Steve. I'm the branch manager.
Okay, hi, Steve. Are you
Very sticky situation.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I'm a little unclear as to what the issues are, but obviously there is an issue.
Yes, well, your mother does not want us to send you the information.
Okay.
Our service agreement is with your mother, so we don't want to send it to you unless she gives us permission.
Okay.
She's not giving us permission.
Well,
Just the opposite. She's saying absolutely not.
Okay.
So you're kind of putting us in the middle.
well, in actuality, I feel that when Jay bypassed me and put me on hold and brushed me off and went back to my mother, that he was undermining me in a way, or in so many words, he really was. So that's why I'm calling to speak with upper management.
Ma'am, who signed the agreement?
This doesn't have anything to do with who signed the agreement, sir. What I'm concerned about are the types of chemicals that you're using in the house and around human occupants and so forth. That's my concern. And I know that when I called that, you know, it's indicated that this is being recorded for quality assurance, and I hope that that's taken place, because if asked to give a statement, I'm going to say the same thing, and if asked for your statement, I hope you say the same thing as well. But I'm concerned about the types of chemicals, just as you would be, around your family.
Okay, ma'am, and I understand that. But yes, can you answer me a couple questions?
Okay.
Whose house is it? Your mother's or yours?
Okay? Sir, I understand where you're coming from. And, but, that type of thinking is, okay, go ahead.
I'm trying to clear that up. Whose house is it? Can you
Okay.
answer that?
It's my mother's home, correct?
Okay, so it's your mother's house.
Mm-hmm.
You live in it?
You know what, sir? That I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to get into those types of questions.
Well, here's the reason I'm asking it, man. I don't want to be wise, but
Okay, I tell you what.
why should I send it to you if it's not your home?
Is it my right to know what's being put in her home or around her home?
Okay, you're right, but we've given that to your mother.
Well, in actuality,
To not give that to you, that's up to her.
excuse me, sir. In actuality, she had nothing in her records. Nothing. I had to ask for everything. So that's why I started initiating communication with Jay.
Everything that she requested.
She has never had any, there were 3 sheets of paper in her folder, sir. Which makes me a little concerned.
Okay.
The other thing is this. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Your guy has called my mother to polarize things. And so that we can't, get down to what really needs to be getting down to, which is the fact that I have a right to know. People have a right to know, right? Or am I wrong? Listen, sir. Listen, let me explain something to you, okay? So we're on the same page. I'm registered, and it's my right to know. Now, because I don't want to run into any problems. And the other thing is that I don't like how your guys are handling things. I looked over everything, and it just doesn't look good to me. It just doesn't look good to me. But obviously Jay has his own opinion. I don't see where you guys use any safe types of products whatsoever. And I'm concerned. Now Jay can go back and call my mother and get confusion going between me and my mom, which obviously has already happened. And that wasn't a good move.
Okay, man, I just meant when it started. We were emailing everything that was requested.
Well, no, actually, Jay has not provided me with the Gentrol source MSDS and sheet and label. And it's unclear as to actually the concentration and as well the amount that was applied.
Okay, well, man, I don't think that we're kind of stuck here because if the agreement was with your mother.
Sir, I understand what you're saying. The agreement was with the mom. You're saying that if the agreement was with my mother, then I don't have a right to anything. Not even to know when you're going to apply these pesticides in my mother's place up underneath of her?
Yes, I guess that's what I'm saying. We will give everything that she wants to her. And whether she gives that to you or not, it's up to her.
But back to what I was saying, sir. I don't have a right to know what your applicators are spraying underneath of my mother.
No, she has the right to know.
So your applicators go in and just spray whatever and it's okay, and then they leave out and she signs off? Huh?
We can't give it to someone who says they're their daughter. How do we know that you're their daughter?
Oh, I'm her daughter, sir. But what I was saying to you again is, right?
The mother is asking for, the mother is telling us, do not send it to my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Just to send it to her.
But the law says that I have a right to prior notice, right? And it's a right to know what's being sprayed. But,
Are you
okay.
the guardian for your mother? Do you have the...
Sir,
That's what the law states.
Okay, well, it's getting a little convoluted. I'm not talking about guardianship. Right.
As far as I mean, and I don't mean to be rude, but your mother and you are putting us in the middle here.
Well, no, it's not. This has nothing to do with, it shouldn't have anything to do with my mother and my relationship. Jay Saltzman contacted my mother and has created a mess there for me. But on the other hand, what I'm concerned about is this. It's my right to know what and when and to have prior notice. And you're saying I don't have the right.
And you have the right if it's your house and you sign the agreement.
Okay. Now, do I have the right to know what your applicators are spraying up underneath of my mother?
Right, because she doesn't want us to give it to you.
So it's okay for my mother to let your applicators in to spray whatever and then they leave out? Sir, it's okay for your applicators to spray whatever and leave out and get my mother to sign?
Yes, ma'am. It's all right. If she gives us permission to do that, yes, we can. We do it to thousands of customers a day.
So it's okay. So in other words, because my name's not on the lease or the property, I'm not a property owner there, you guys don't have to let me know when. You're bypassing me going directly.
I could have someone calling in off the street, and I don't know who they are. And the fact that your mother, I mean, don't get me wrong. If we have a daughter call up and the mother says, yes, send it to her, we can let her send it to her. But your mother is distinctly telling us not to do it.
Well, you said, okay, I hear what you're saying there. You're saying that anyone that even lives in a community doesn't have a right to know what's being sprayed on the outside?
Once again, no, ma'am, they don't. If it's on that person's property, we do not have to give that to them. Once again, 9 out of 10 people would say to us, oh, that's all right, if my neighbor wants it, send that to them. But your mother has distinctly told us, no. So that's why we can't do it.
Okay, and again, I'm gonna.
If a daughter called up, and 9 times out of 10, I'm sure her mother would say, yeah, that's very nice of her to be concerned, send it to them. But in this case, it's the exact opposite.
Okay, so you're saying that it's okay for me to be left out of everything. In other words, to not know anything. For each and every time your service guy calls my mother and says, hey, it's time for your quarterly. And my mother says, okay, come over. She lets them in. They start spraying. She signs it. They leave, and it's okay. And that's okay.
How many times do I have to tell you this? Yes. I mean, what are we supposed to do when your mom says, no, don't do it? And she's our customer, and she pays the bills, and she's on the agreement. We can't go against what she wants us to do.
Can I ask you, are you in the Forest, is it Forestville, the main office, or?
I'm the branch manager.
Is this Mr., I can't remember, last name K.U. Kurtz, or?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're Mr. Kurtz?
No, K-U-L-T. Mr. Kurtz is the technician.
You said K-U-L-T?
K-U-L-T is in.
Oh, Culp. Yeah, because I think Jay had actually emailed, CC'd an email to you in the very beginning of our communicating.
Branch manager, ma'am.
Okay, so, you're located in Rosedale?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so where do we go from here? I'm not to know anything. It's between you and my mother, more or less, right?
Yes.
And of course you say you have thousands of customers and this is how it is, right?
Yes, ma'am. Like I said, we're not allowed to give out that type of information. A customer, unless a customer wants it, we give that information to the customer whenever they want it.
Mm-hmm. So Will Jay complete the process of sending me the Gentrol source information?
Send it to my daughter, but in your case, your mother has said the exact opposite. Do not send it to my daughter. So we have to follow her wishes.
Okay, all right. I see where this is going to, which is, it seems like it's a catch-22 situation, sir.
Yes, it is. And I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Well, I feel that Jay undermined me by contacting my mom so that he didn't have to give me the MSDS information sheets and also give me prior notice. It was a way to get around giving me prior notice and the information I asked for.
Okay, and like I said, I don't know about that. I apologize if there was any miscommunication. Like I said, we're just doing what your mother has requested.
Okay, well, so when is the next spray? Has she set up an appointment?
I don't have access to the computer right now. Liam, I tell you the truth, I think Jay and I totally agree with them. We just want to end the service because, we don't like being caught between, in one of these type shoots. We're not comfortable with this. We're not comfortable at all with it.
Well, I guess you're not, and I can see why.
Because, like I said, 99% of our customers want us to come in and do the service, and that's it. I mean, we don't want to get in disputes with our customers or with the customer's family.
So, in other words, you're saying to me that your men go in, greet the customers, spray, say goodbye to the customers, and that's it?
Unless the customers have another request or another, yes. We do what's necessary to control or eliminate the pest. That's what we do. We do an inspection and then we do the service that's needed. We explain it to the customer and tell them what we're going to do and then we do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then of course is it that each time your guys do what you say you do, or they do, they have to get a signature each and every time, or what?
Yes. Well, sometimes the customer is not home and there's no signature, but we'll leave a copy of the bill. If there's any questions, they give us a call.
Speaking of, like, say, for example, if your guys go inside and spray, it's routine that they have to get a signature, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I noticed that there was some service tickets where there was spraying that was done inside, but there were no signatures.
Okay, I have to look at the particulars of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, will you look at that and get back to me, or is it going to be like, I don't have access or right to that information?
I'll be glad to get back to you.
Okay.
What's your number where you can be reached?
All right.
Right.
So, are you saying that you're going to cancel out on the contract with my mom?
I want to talk to Jay before I confirm that. But, he told me how frustrated he is, and I said, hey, we don't want to get in between a mother and a daughter. If you think it's best to end the service, we don't have time for these type of phone calls.
Well, actually, I pretty much emailed Jay. He emailed me. And, I emailed him back. I had no idea he was gonna go, this route and involve my mother when.
So you're not the customer.
Okay.
When your mother found out, she called us and stopped doing it.
Okay.
That's what happened.
You see, all right. I see where that went to.
Theoretically, he was wrong for sending you the information, but that's what's been done.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, just so I'll know, are you guys planning on going back out there and spraying anytime soon, or what?
Man, I have to find out from Jenny.
Okay. Now, what I request to know, before you guys apply any spray whatsoever, I want to make sure that we're clear that I expect a notice.
Once again, your mother tells us don't notify you. So what are we supposed to do?
You're supposed to notify me and not involve
Mother, who is the customer?
has nothing to do with that.
Now you'll understand why we want to cancel. I mean, listen to yourself. We have an obligation to her, and you're telling us, no, you can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, in other words, right, I understand what you're saying.
What do you think about that? I mean, you're not the customer. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that. It's your mother that's the customer. And you're telling us to ignore what our customer who has signed the agreement owns the house and has paid us. You're telling us to ignore that. Ignore that person. I think you're putting us in a position that's not fair. That's not fair.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's not my intention, sir. I'm sorry you feel that way. But but again, my concern is, okay, I know you're, I'm left out where you guys don't want to give me any information, no time frames, no what's going to be used, no this, no that.
What did Jay email you?
Well, he emailed me earlier today, and, pretty much what you've been saying.
Did he not email you something
Yeah, he did.
from your mother's services?
He emailed me pretty much basically what you just said, that it's deal with my mom directly, leave me out of it.
Today?
Yes, or today.
Some service tickets and stuff?
No, I didn't get any of that. Oh, well, not today. No, I was actually waiting for the Gentral source information, but it didn't come to me.
Okay, well that's wrong, because your mother told us not to do it. Okay?
Okay, so in other words, and I knew, so in other words, my mom calls you guys and says, hey, come over. You guys come in, right? Spray. She says goodbye and you leave, right? And I don't have a right to know?
And I'm not going to go through this again with you. You're not the customer. You haven't paid. You haven't signed the agreement. So no, you do have no rights to know.
Okay, well, all right.
You say your mother, that's your mother, and I honestly believe you.
Mm-hmm.
But how do I know that for you?
Well,
Especially when your mother tells us not to.
you should know, I'll tell you, whatever specifics you want my full name, I can give you that so you'll know who I am.
You're missing the point, okay? You're missing the point.
Okay.
What you tell me, we're not going to be able to send you that information.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Mr. Culp. Are you familiar with the right to know law?
Yes, I am, but it's your mother that has the right to know, not you.
Okay, because, do you, okay, all right. Okay, I appreciate that. Let me give you my name.
But it's the customer and the people that live in the house that have the right to know. If your mother wants us to give it to them.
Okay, let me give you my full name, Mr. Culp, so that you'll have it. My name is...
Ma'am, you can bring me over a birth certificate. It's not going to matter because your mother doesn't want us to send you the information.
Okay, well, this is for you so that you know who I am. My name is...
Okay, I'm sorry. You have to start over.
I tell you what I'll do is I'll just send it to Jay in an email and he can,
And when Jay gets back, I'll speak to him.
Okay? Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Your poisons are killing your pets. Are we your pets?